All right, hello everybody. What is happening? Welcome back to another video. Look, I said we were going to tie yesterday's game, and yeah, we did tie yesterday's game. I thought it was going to be 2-2, but we ended up tying 0-0, which was basically normal. Getafe, they're not a high-scoring team. They're not a team that's going to look to press us that much. They didn't press us that much, to be honest. I really thought they were going to have more of a go at us. And in reality, it's their loss. I mean, they're in fourth place. They have a Champions League spot, and if they weren't looking to extend the gap, then they were obviously going to tie with one of the teams. And yes, they now are tied with Sevilla, I think, for that Champions League spot. I think the only thing that's helping them is they have less losses than Sevilla. Sevilla have 11 losses. Getafe have 7 losses. So because of that, they're still in the Champions League spot. But I mean, they go down a point, and they're not gonna get that spot anymore. So it's their loss, really. I mean, it really is, because what it comes down to is this season, like I said, is done, is over, dusted. We just have to grind these 3 games out. So we have 3 games left, I think, and that's it for this season. So there's after that, it's really just the transfer window that's gonna come up. So there's a couple things that we can glean from yesterday's game, but there's not much. There's not much. The first thing, or the most prominent thing, was Brahim Diaz. Obviously, I think now as you probably have seen, Brahim Diaz is kind of all over the news, and I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. The first game that I saw him in a Real Madrid jersey, his full debut, I thought he was fantastic. He's got that silky touch. He's very good. It shows high maturity for his age. Knows how to pick out a pass. He's not phased by the idea of playing at Real Madrid, by playing with the senior players. He's in there with the big boys, and you know what? If he can, like I said, he's not phased. He can take the challenge, and he's relishing the challenge. So I think this kid will be definitely the future, if not in the near future, I would have to say, because he's very, 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 very talented. I was surprised, actually, and considering we got him at 18 million, I would say it's kind of expensive, especially for a teenager. But in today's market, I mean, you look at today's market, and no, it's not expensive. I mean, he's probably worth a lot more than that. And I think Manchester City let him go for a little bit. I think he wanted to play for Real Madrid, and so that helped him a lot, and that helped us have some negotiating power, obviously. So Brahim Diaz was a very, very good, or he had a very, very good performance yesterday. I would say man of the match. He was really the player that stood out of everyone, even out of Karim Benzema, who didn't have the best of matches yesterday, unfortunately. But you know what? It happens. It's the end of the season, and there's not much. There's not much there. So let's get started in the other ones. Yeah, Benzema wasn't that great yesterday, but that's okay. I don't really expect that. Let's see here. Fede Valverde. Well, look, the thing with Fede Valverde is I don't see what he's all about, and I know he shows glimpses of it here and there. I've seen it for Uruguay. I've seen some stuff for Uruguay, but in a Madrid shirt, I just haven't seen it with Fede Valverde. I don't know what he's about. I don't know what he offers us. I mean, like I said, I've seen glimpses, um, but I haven't seen it. I mean, Brahim Diaz is younger than Fede Valverde, and Brahim Diaz, you can already see, is a top talent versus Fede Valverde, who was I just don't see him too much. Hopefully we can see him more. Hopefully, I mean, he's still young. Obviously, he'll progress, but yeah, I'm not seeing it so much at the moment. I haven't seen it so far this season. Hopefully, we'll see it more from him, but not so great from him yesterday. Now, Gareth Bale, yeah, he was okay. He tried to make things happen, and his confidence is shot down. His confidence is shot down at the end of the day, and that's not helping him. Obviously, I think if he would have more confidence, he would be doing a lot more. But you know what? The times that he was involved, he made some pretty decent runs, and he made some runs in behind the defense, and obviously beat um, by pace. He beat his player by pace. Damian Suarez for Getafe, although he's a fast right back, I think he's 30 years old now, so he definitely lost his speed. Gareth Bale's 32, but or 30 also, but he's a lot faster, obviously. But Gareth Bale, he had an okay game. You know, he tried to make things happen. He was making runs. Didn't see much of him, but you know what? Like we didn't see much of the whole team, so no big deal there. And I feel like every passing day, it's ominous, right? The signs. I mean, Gareth Bale's he's probably gonna go if we do find a suitor for him. I know the commentators were saying actually that there was a bid for last season, $150 million for Gareth Bale. I was quite surprised actually. Just information. Yeah, very very static game. The ball was not being moved fast at all. I think that's like I said, that's normal considering Getafe. They're not like that. They don't play like that. And really, it's their loss. I mean, they had a couple good chances at least. I mean, I know the double save from Keylor Navas. I mean, that was a chance and a half. They really should have scored that one. But we had quite a few chances too. In the end, 0-0. That's a fair result. So we did, yeah, we lacked a bit of spark in that first half, but then in the second half, it seemed like things picked up more, and that's only normal. And that's all I have to say. I don't think there was much really. I mean, the game was kind of boring yesterday. I thought there was a lot of changes that were kind of interesting yesterday. Reguilon at the left back. I was surprised Jesus Vallejo didn't play. Surprised Nacho played. Nacho was okay, you know. Hopefully, I don't know. He hasn't been so great this season, but no player has really been that great this season. I was surprised Asensio didn't even make the starting 11. And then you had Fede Valverde in the midfield, Brahim Diaz. And I was surprised to see Brahim Diaz and Isco playing together, but I think they're playing really well together, actually. I was quite surprised because they're two number 10s, and really number 10 positions. You hear a lot about it these days that it's not being used that much, and yet we have two number 10s being played for Real Madrid in the midfield, so it's quite surprising to see that. And I think they do so well together, actually. I've seen them link up a few times, and seems like there is something there, that they could develop a kind of a relationship on the pitch. And not only that, but I think, well, obviously, probably everyone knows this at this point, that Brahim Diaz was, he got raised up with the Malaga youth setup, and Isco kind of got raised in the same way. So obviously, kind of built some rapport there. But that's all I have for you guys today. Really, just that match reaction, and obviously Brahim Diaz just being that shining light. And he probably, he might not even go on loan next season. He's that good. He really is. 19 years of age, and he's doing the stuff that he's doing. I mean, it's simply incredible. So probably, I'm hoping that we'll see him next season. Yeah, this camera's not focusing. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Really, yeah, this camera's not focusing. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.